Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Class of Heroes Anniversary Edition. So the game music was a bit loud last episode. I've turned it down slightly. Hopefully it is not as overpowering, but is still, nice and audible. Also, as you probably noticed last episode, I went pretty bananas adding a bunch of dialogue for the students to the episode. I added 70 dialogue snippets for them. By the way, anybody who is familiar with Class of Heroes will have noticed that right away, but if you're watching these videos and you're not familiar with Class of Heroes, you might not know all that dialogue that was popping up from the students, that doesn't exist in the game. I added that myself in post-editing. I'm not going to be doing that every single episode because that took a really long time. So if I did that with every episode, this LP would never get done. So as time permits, I'll continue to add what hopefully funny dialogue from our player characters, but I'm not going to be doing like 70 pieces of dialogue every single episode. But anyway, with those logistics out of the way and my cat doing laps in my lap, turning circles in my lap, making things difficult, let's see. We had turned tail and run away after only 3 fights in the labyrinth, which is pretty typical when you're a level 1 party. I want to head to the library and check. And you know what else I'm going to do? This music is going to drive me insane, and we learned that we can change the background music. Right, we're going to change this to something a little less maddening. Oh, the background music jumps from 2 to 9. Okay, so it skips sometimes. Let's just go with 2, I guess. Let's just have the same music for both Particus and Particus Facility. This won't drive me quite so insane. Okay, right, back to the library. So I noticed that there's other intermediate quests we can do that are not quite as many stars. Maybe we should do some of those rather than jumping straight into Intermediate General, which is 3 stars. And also, I guess let's go ahead and do Beginner Combat. Yeah, I noticed. A hunger curse, you say? Sounds inconvenient. Amazing that she manages to maintain that fairly slim figure if she's just having to stuff her face non-stop, or is that part of the curse? I suppose that would make sense if that's part of the curse. Alright, so she was in the principal's office, was that it? Yes. This is pretty basic stuff common to just about every RPG ever. Okay, this is not. So one thing that, kind of the only area of my party composition that I'm a little iffy about right now. Okay, hold on. Let's pay attention to this. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know about this. I don't think that this is something we really need to worry about. Like, the game puts a lot of emphasis on it, but ultimately I don't think it really matters. Not much. So even though I have, like, an elf and a dwarf who should hate each other, and a Bahamut who should hate everybody and vice versa, I think that just by adventuring together we'll gain enough affinity that none of that will matter. We will overcome our prejudices through our shared friendship and teamwork. On the other hand, I did make a conscious decision not to put any evil characters in my party for that reason. And also because I just prefer playing good and neutral over evil characters, not that it matters role-playing-wise in this game whatsoever. I don't think there's any story differences at all. But, just for the sake of role-playing. That's one way of putting it, Rhina. I think there are other ways you could express adolescence at its purest, but sure. At least she only asked for food and not alcohol. Like the one dude. Alright, well that was easy. I see why it's 1 star. Let's report in. Or I guess not report in because it was completed automatically. We don't have to necessarily report quests. Alright, let's try intermediate combat next. By the way, how much money do we have at this point? We still have 0G. Does that mean none of the monsters we fought dropped any money? Huh. Interesting. You only gain money by selling things. I honestly don't remember. I thought you gained money from fights. So I'm a little baffled. Or... Did I remember to save after going into the labyrinth? How much experience do we all have to go? I should check that. Okay, this seems right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this seems right. I'm pretty sure I saved then. Who knows? Who knows? We'll figure it out. Oh, Middle Novice Road, 1919. Okay. Okay, well, back into the labyrinth it is then. As always, we'll save before entering the labyrinth because death can occur at any time. But we have the power of save and load. Unlike real life, it's super handy. By the way, what happens if we go to the world map? Well, pretty much what you would expect. So how do we get to the middle road, then? Alright, well, back in the labyrinth we go. Oh, and we ended up in the same place, too. Oh, we need a magic key to open that door. Okay. Go ahead and cast light. Hopefully Cecily starts learning some wizardry spells soon. What I was gonna say, but then I interrupted myself, is my one real concern about this team now is the fact that we don't have any black magic, any wizard spells. Oops, I forgot about the spinner. Which, if we did, we might have been able to take that one fight where our fighters were all only doing 1 point of damage. Okay, well here we go, it's battle time. By the way, about those skills, let's try Grisa's Breath and see how well that does for us. Akari doesn't have skills yet, she will as she gains levels. Everyone else defend. Okay, that was pathetic. I guess Grisa is better off using her weapon right now. Fair enough. Also, we're being attacked by rusty metals. The monsters in this game sure are weird. Alright, we kicked butt. Okay, we acquired 4 gold. We do get gold from fights. Interesting, now we have gold. Did we just not fight any monsters that dropped gold earlier then? Is that what the problem was? Also, that's a pitiful amount of gold. I mean, when you saw that the bow cost like 3,200, jeez. Okay, now you see why saving money is so important. Now I have to remember how to identify items, I think from here, right? Yes. And, okay, Cecily became frustrated and is now unable to identify. Look at her face. Alright, let's advance slowly, because there's a spinner. 2 more steps. Okay. But it didn't spin us that time. Alright, that one also needs a magic key. It's a battle! Against unknown bug things. To arms! Alright, no problem. Easy. Ooh, a treasure chest. It's trap time. This is why we have a thief in the party. Alright, Wendy. So far you've just been spectating and cheerleading, but now you're up. She says there's poison gas on it. Alright, disarm that poison gas then. Alright, she was successful. So the way this mechanic works is first you have to try to identify the trap. And hopefully your thief or whoever you have identifying the trap gets it right. And then you try to disarm it. And if you guess the trap wrong, the disarm automatically fails. If you have the trap correct, the disarm may succeed, although it's still not guaranteed to. Well, whenever Cecily gets over herself, we'll have her try to identify this new stuff. I do like the elf's bad condition face. Oh, she's healthy again. Good. Okay. Take another stab at identifying this stuff. Roach Kidder. Anti-insect effects, okay. She's struggling with this material. Struggling real hard. Got it, rough iron. A lot of synthesis materials. I think we'll be making heavy use of those to make our own items, considering how crazily expensive it is to get them out of the shop. Alright, so another of these setups. Oh! Okay, the devil rings are just level 1. Level 4 rusty metals. This is a little scary. Hopefully we don't all die horribly. I might want to throw some magic around. What can you do, Cecily? Evasion might not be bad. Okay. Fine, fine. Okay, what was I even scared of? That is such pathetic amounts of gold. Iron junk. Should be getting close to a spinner. Yes, and it spun us to the right. Alright, well, 100% map completion is what I'm going to be going for, so we back along the conveyor both ways. Okay, 2 more steps to the spinner, spun us to the left. We something appeared! Okay. All level 1s, and none of those things that we couldn't hurt before, so hopefully the party can handle this. I really need to get ranged weapons for my back line. Just having them do nothing but defend, they're not being useful. Okay, we're struggling slightly, but not too badly. Yeah, these buzzers are putting up a little bit of a fight. As I said previously, right now there's not really much in the way of decisions for us to make in battle. It's just everybody either attacks or defends, based on whether they're in the front or back line. That will change over time. It will not always be this sort of mindless. Oh, what was it? Thin Skin, I think? Should I have Radhar heal himself? He's not that hurt yet. Maybe I'll wait until he's at half hit points before he heals. Okay, now let us continue onward. This latest exploration is going well. And yet another one of these conveyor corridors. Nice. Alright, more identification time. She's been doing a great job for the most part. She struggled a little with that one material. Fried chicken! Useful. Restore one ally's hit points. Good to have that available. Okay, that just spun us all the way around. And again. Okay. Still going pretty smoothly this time. I'm getting nervous being so far away from the dungeon exit. Uh-oh. What does that mean? That's scary. We're heading back. Uh-oh. Didn't we really struggle against these things before? Well, we can always escape from battle with Vacate if we must. They sure got initiative on us. Okay, but we can take them out. Alright, well, we do struggle against them a bit, don't we? We have trouble hitting them is the issue. There we go. Good job, Griza. Okay, we did it. Nicely done, team. Okay, that said, some of us are pretty hurt now. I think I picked the right time to turn around. Okay, good job, Radhar. Well, our hit points aren't going down that fast against the monsters we're fighting, so I think I'll wait till any given character is below half before I heal them up. That said... Alright, identify some more items. Maybe we'll be able to sell some of this stuff for more money. How much are we up to now? Like a mighty 20G? 7? Is that 7 each? Or have we just really been not fighting enemies that are dropping G? I suspect maybe that's the case, because I honestly haven't been paying much attention to the post-battle victory screen. I haven't really been reading to see... Oh, the light wore off. I haven't been reading to see if they've been dropping money, but presumably most of them haven't. I just see that we get experience. Which hopefully we're close to leveling up. Alright, well, like I said, early expeditions are very tentative because we're so weak. Okay. Go ahead and heal us up, Radhar. Nobody in the back is hurt, so... Now we'll just head to the dorms. Give everybody the free rest, get their MP back, and see how much XP they have left to go. Oh, almost there. At least for Griza, because she's a fighter which needs very little XP relative to other classes. Radhar is close. Wendy is close. You can see that the sort of hybrid classes, like the Samurai and the Bishop, as well as the weird ones like the Scion, need more XP, and then the more classic ones, Fighter, Cleric, Thief, don't need as much. Very old school. Maybe we should head to the store. Or even the laboratory. Can we synthesize anything yet? I would love to get slings or bows. No, I think that's just ammo. The sling stone. I don't... Okay, here we go. Sling. Synthesis recipe. Need a broken sling and wood junk. Which... I'm going to be fumbling with the alchemy interface until I figure it out. So I don't think we have what we need for that. Probably not for bows either. Yeah, we don't have a stringless bow. I was about to say block, and then I combined that with bow. Oh, we have to pick a person to try the alchemy. Who would be good at that? What even uses alchemy? I would presume wisdom, which is like intelligence in this game. Cecily should maybe be good at it. What can I make with thin skin? Oh, you just have to pick the ingredients. It doesn't even look like you select the recipe and then like just say build me what this recipe requires. You actually have to pick the ingredients manually, it looks like. Good lord. I don't think we can make anything good right now anyway. Do you have anything new to say, Docs, or just the same thing? No, just the same stuff. Yeah, yep. Okay, creeper dude. Alright, I don't think we can actually make anything good yet. We certainly don't have the money to afford anything. Alright, well, back in the labyrinth it is then. If it reaches the point where I'm just doing a lot of grinding and not accomplishing anything, then I will start cutting that out. Because too much of that would be fairly dull, I think. But early on, at least, I'll keep it in, so you see what it's like. But, because, I mean, it's not necessarily boring to do, depending. But probably less interesting to watch. Let's see. So anyway, right, save. Let's see if we get a new randomized map that it selects this time. Okay, answer yes. It's a door. Okay, a door we can go through. Okay, need a magic key for the portcullis. Long hallway. Oh, there was an anti-magic zone there. That's what the purple means. Yeah, so that cancels spells and you can't cast magic in them. Nasty stuff. Ooh, there's a fight. We did just save, so I'll give it a try. Oh, just level 1 bugs. Although they somehow ambushed us even though we knew there was a fight there. Okay, they didn't really do anything to us. We didn't really do anything to them either. Come on, guys, get your eye in. There you go. Oh, Wendy's up again. No trap, she says. Just disarm something at random, then. Okay, and she was right. The chest wasn't trapped. Oh, Broken Saber. That sounds like something we can actually start doing synthesis with. And of course the healing items will be useful while we're so low level. Oh, this whole thing's an anti-magic zone, apparently. And keep in mind, this is the novice road, and they're already throwing anti-magic zones and stuff at us. Like I said, old school difficulty. Okay, these guys are wrecking us. Why are we doing so poorly? They're level 1. There's nothing special about them that should make them so hard. Maybe we're just getting bad rolls. And we can't do magic even if we want to, so this This is all on our frontliners. Okay, there we go. Nice work, Akari. In boiling liquid, how? The battle messages are very strange and random. I think they're more for comedy value than anything. Wow, we're doing badly. Okay, backliners, make yourselves useful. Put some, How do I... Can I not use consumables in combat? That seems wrong. Do I have to equip them? How do you use consumables in battle? This is very odd. Yeah, this is very odd indeed. Surely you can use consumables in battle. Okay, well, whatever. We'll have to figure that out later, I guess. I don't understand why we're struggling so badly against these guys. We're just level 1 bats. Okay. Hey, gained a level. Great level up. Gained everything. You can lose stats on level up. It's frustrating when it happens, but once you understand how the game works, which is to say it normalizes your stats toward their averages over time, then you learn not to be frustrated by it. You just understand that if your stats are higher than they should be, quote-unquote should be, then they're going to go down over time. But the opposite, if your stats are lower than they should be for your race and class and level, then they'll go up over time as well. So it just all evens out in the end. And in aggregate, your stats will increase with time, even if in the short term they go down. And of course, the real prizes are getting more hit points, learning new abilities and new spells. Alright, so we see the pattern here. There's 3x3 rooms everywhere, which are all anti-magic zones. So kind of dangerous to fight in, since you can't use any magic. And yeah, such weird monsters. Wriggling bulb. Alright, Radar gained a level. Another great level up with all gains. That's... Wow! His hit points went up by 19! Way to go, Radar! What a badass. Bone dust. Fried chicken. Is really that hard to identify fried chicken, Cecily? Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, this is scary considering how much we struggled against the bats before. And we cannot vacate because we can't cast magic. Cream batten, huh? So are you tougher or weaker than a regular batten? They sure get initiative on us. Oh man, and we really struggle hitting these things. Special skill that drains the morale gauge. I think you want to wait until you're at 100 before you use those. We could try it. Let's save it for the Great Escape. Guarantees an escape in any situation. We'll use it for that if we get in big trouble in this fight. Oh geez, Akari got knocked out. So I haven't explained that mechanic, but basically, When a party member takes a hit, there is a random chance that they will become stunned for a turn and unable to act. Which, I suppose that's pretty obvious that that's what was happening, even without me explaining it. It wears off in a turn, so it's not that big a deal. Usually. It can suck if one of your frontliners gets stunned, a backliner gets put in the front row, and they get killed. I guess one of the effects of the mechanic is it means that your backliners are not guaranteed to be kept safe by your frontliners at all times. So it injects a bit of tension into things in that way. Alright, we did it. Hey, Wendy leveled up. That's a very sassy smile she has for her level up smile. I like it. Another fantastic level. Gained stats on everything. Hit point game was pretty terrible, but it's gonna be for halflings. Hit points are not halflings' thing. Okay, unfortunately got attacked before I could cast heal. Plankton. Of course, we are out of the anti-magic zone, so I can cast heal in the fight. And that seems advisable. Because Akari's kind of messed up. Okay, they're not that strong. Easy win. Alright, Cecily gained a level. Yeah, I like the level up smiles. I like the character designs in general in Class of Heroes. What new magic did you... Hit point went up by 1. 1. Cecily. That said, while it is unfortunate when that happens, hit points generally also are going to be close enough to the average for the race and class and level, even if from time to time they'll be higher or lower. What new spell did you learn? Please tell me it was an attack spell. It was not. Well, I think she'll start learning attack spells next then, so that's fine. We'll need them. We're going to need to be able to hit some enemies with magic, rather than relying entirely on physical attacks. But yeah, I mean, because the game is an anime art style, it's going to be a little polarizing. Some people just despise anime art style. But I don't. In fact, I rather like it. So I like the cutesy anime art in this game. I think it's appealing. The characters are all very endearing looking. So an interesting race that we ended up not using, which I would have liked to use, but I sort of... I didn't just go purely for the most optimal race class combinations for my party, but I went with somewhat optimal ones, and the combination of making an effective party and also having party members I just wanted for my own satisfaction and aesthetic reasons, I ended up not using a gnome this time. Gnomes are interesting in this game. Kind of like dwarves, who are not anything like normal fantasy dwarves. Gnomes are not anything like normal fantasy gnomes. They're pure spirit that basically inhabit artificial bodies. So they're almost like puppets. And I quite like the way that their character designs look. I'm fairly likely to use a gnome in my party in the second game. It ended up not happening in this one. But anyway, clearly there is a person here. That's interesting. This doesn't appear to be the location for our intermediate combat quest, so... Oh, you're frightening looking. Approach the beast. And it's just a well-made replica. Okay. That was kind of funny. Almost like a... I mean, not really a jump scare. You're not going to jump at that, but conceptually, it's like a jump scare for our characters. Man, there's just something so inherently fun to me about exploring first-person grid-based mazes. It's just a kind of gameplay I really enjoy a lot. Alright, the bugs have not typically been causing us serious problems. Nice. Okay, Ridge has an almost pervy wink going on when he gains a level, which I guess is kind of appropriate given the sort of personality I've been giving him in his dialogue. Oh, we finally got a stat loss. And losing wisdom for a Scion kind of sucks, but like I said, you just don't worry about it. It just averages out in the long run. So it's not something that's worth stressing about or reloading if you get a bad stat result on a level up. A large towel, okay. A large towel. Does it have a use? Okay, we can get right back to the dungeon exit from here. Through that door to our, well, south now, behind us. So it's not like we're actually really far away. Oh, okay. Rusty metal coins. Or rather, rusty metals, because that is the noun form, not adjective, which would have a T, of course. Okay, they're nothing. Oh, you're up again, Wendy. Alright, go ahead and disarm that poison dart. Nice. Yeah, having a thief with high agility and luck, as we do, we shouldn't have to worry too much about the traps here in the early levels, I don't think. But you can see why I went with this party composition. We've got Cecily identifying all the items, so we don't have to pay money to do it, which would really suck. We haven't had to worry about the traps at all with Wendy on the team. And then everybody else is here for combat reasons. A tank top -3. Why would I ever equip something with a penalty on it? The only one who's borderline useless right now is Ridge. And he's not completely useless because he has the Vacate spell. But we're really gonna... Okay, Monsters Grew in Presence to me is code for their higher level beyond here, and you'll get killed if you proceed, so we're turning around. Ridge will massively prove why he's in the party when he gets Magic Wall. We will see how strong that is, and how much it really saves our party's hash and prevents us from taking damage. And presumably he'll get good spells as he levels up too. Right now, they're nothing special, but I assume they'll get better. It looks like Scions are basically support mages. Oh, not this group. The bats are what I've learned to fear, because we can't hit them worth a dang. They don't hurt us very much, but they can nickel and dime us. Yeah, look how much we struggle to hit them. Alright, good. Nice turn. Oh wow, they're really wrecking Akari. Oh wow, they just did a number on Radar. Akari is close to death, that is not good. Okay, 1 to go. We got it. That was actually a little scary. Hey, Akari gained a level. She's got a sassy wink when she gains a level too. Well, she didn't lose any stats. She didn't gain many either. She had pretty good hit point gain though. So that's excellent. But yeah, right now it might look like I would have been better off making Ridge a wizard so that he could be throwing fire magic or whatever he would be doing rather than basically just sitting there being useless. But as I said, we're going to understand why I made him a Scion in time. Let's see. Is he the only one who hasn't gained a level yet? Level 2, 2... No, everybody's gained a level. Yeah, that's right. I was talking about how he had such a pervy smile when he gained a level. Silly me. Okay, everybody's gained a level, so I think we're going to head back momentarily. First, I never checked what spell he gained when he leveled up. I think Psyblock is the new one, right? Or Stumble. One or the other of those is the new one he gained. Akari doesn't have any spells yet. She will as she gains levels. That's her whole point, is like I said, Samurai really means fighter mage. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, let's head back. It's been a successful expedition. Oh. Never mind. We do have to take the long way back. Okay. A little more dangerous than I thought. In which case... yeah, go ahead and heal yourself at a minimum. Maybe Griza too. Now Griza as a Bahamut should have some of the best hit points on the team, but she just got unlucky with her first hit point roll, I think. It's not a big deal. Okay, wreck him. Gaining initiative on him is good. Oh, and that also lets everybody attack. I forgot about that. Alright, easy win. I like how it says surviving members gained 85 XP. I mean, I know why it says that, so that you don't mistakenly think if any of your characters died, they gained XP too, but it also kind of inadvertently clues you in to just what kind of hardcore old-school difficulty this game has. That it has to specify the expectation that you're going to have dead characters fairly often. So I'm going to try my best to avoid that whenever possible. So something we haven't run into yet, because nobody has died yet, is that when a character dies, and you take them back to the physician for the incredibly credible physician for resurrection, there is a chance the resurrection can fail and your character might turn to ash. And then you get one more chance to resurrect them from ash. But if that fails, the character is dead forever. Now, if that ever happens, I will probably just straight up not accept it and just reload. I just won't let one of my characters just be permanently gone and have to replace them with a brand new one at who's first level. So yeah, if we ever get a character who's ash and then the resurrection fails again so they're dead completely, that's a reload. Some people prefer to just play it as hardcore as possible, and if that happens, go with it. And I think that's fine. I respect that. I think that that is sort of really showing your dedication to going with the old-school difficulty. But in my case, if that ever occurs, like I said, that's going to be a reload. I'm not going to go with permanent character death. Which, in my opinion, is also a fine way to play the game. It kind of just gives you the option to go with how you want to do it by letting you save and load, and not auto-saving on you. That is one way that it's different from really old-school Wizardry, is I believe old-school Wizardry games will auto-save after every fight, so that you have to live with the consequences of what happens. And you can't cheat it by reloading a save. But the very fact that they didn't do that in Class of Heroes kind of shows that they didn't want that to be the case. That was a tough fight. We took a lot of damage. Okay, we're just gonna real quick grab these. Yeah, just grab those squares we hadn't explored, and now we're out of here. Okay, successful expedition. Let's go rest our healer. Have him heal everybody. And is anybody else hurt? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Now let's just go ahead and rest everyone. So we can see how much XP they have to level up, and it's free, and there's no aging mechanic in this game. So you don't need to worry about your characters getting so old that they start losing stats and eventually die of old age. That's another way in which it's not quite as brutal as true old school wizardry. Alright, we've got a ways to go to level 3. Okay, so, in some ways, sort of an early grindy episode, but as long as we're also exploring new territory, and not just grinding in somewhere we've already explored, I will continue to leave that on screen. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's basically new content when we're exploring a labyrinth that we haven't explored yet. So the only time that I may cut out just grinding is if we're doing it in areas we've already explored and not going anywhere new. Next episode, maybe I'll do some more classes, see if maybe we can grab some more quests and have more possible things to do in the labyrinth. And then go back in the labyrinth for some more exploration, some more leveling, and some more trying to fight our way toward our objectives that our teachers have us going for. I'll see you then.